we've got Godly Play, and Lorraine's going to come and give us today's story.
Toys, the special figures, but today for our story, I can borrow some. Oh, I need lots of them. In fact, I might need all of them. I have one shepherd and one sheep. So glad you two are here. I missed you at my last story, and I think you're the only young ones this morning, young people. But the story is for everybody, so that's okay. Shall we close our eyes and just take a deep breath? Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know. Be still. Be. So, we have a new mat today because we are entering into a new season. Well, we've already entered the season, as Tracy said. It started last week when we lit our first candle. Now, our mat is purple. Purple is the colour of kings and queens. Long ago, when Jesus was born, no one could wear purple except for royal people. Roman citizens, they could wear a little stripe of purple, but that was all. Purple is a serious colour. Something serious is about to happen. A king is coming. Not the kind of king that people thought was coming. This king, he had no army, no great house, and no riches. This king was a baby who was born in a barn. The king who was coming is still coming. This is full of mystery. And you know, a mystery is hard to enter sometimes. That's why this time of Advent is so important. Sometimes people can walk right through a mystery and not even know it's there. This time of year we see people hurrying about, going to parties, buying things, doing this and that, but they might miss the mystery. They don't know how to get ready. Or maybe they've just forgotten. The church learned a long time ago that people need a way to get ready to enter or even come close to a mystery like Christmas. So the church set aside 4 weeks to get ready. This is such a great mystery that it takes that long to get ready. And during this time, we are all on our way to Bethlehem. We are all making the journey. We are all getting ready to enter the mystery of Christmas. So let's go with the prophets, with the Holy Family, with the shepherds, the angels and the Magi and all the rest to make the journey that was not just back then, it is also now. Now, prophets are people who come so close to God and God comes so close to them that they know what God wants them to do, and they also know what is important. They point the way to Bethlehem. They didn't know exactly what was going to happen there, but they knew that that was the place. Now, the first Sunday of Advent, which was actually last week, is the time we remember the prophets pointing the way to Bethlehem, showing us the way too. They were saying, "Stop, watch, pay attention. Something is going to happen in Bethlehem. Something incredible is going to happen." Now, this is the light of the prophets. Let's enjoy the light. Prophets are the ones who know the most important things. They knew which way to go. They are the ones who showed us the way. Now we can go to Bethlehem too. Week number 2 is the card of the Holy Family. Can you see Bethlehem and the road? The Holy Family are on their way to Bethlehem, and we are going with them. Here is the Mother Mary and Father Joseph. And the donkey. Now, Mary was about to have a baby, and it's very hard to walk a long way when you're about to have a baby. So when she could not walk another step, she rode on the donkey. It's also hard to ride a donkey when you're going to have a baby. So when she could ride not another step, she would walk. So she walked and she rode and she rode and she walked. They must have been the last people coming up that road to Bethlehem that night. Here is the light of Mary and Joseph, the Holy Family. Let's enjoy its light. On the third Sunday of Advent, we remember the shepherds. They were standing in the fields of Bethlehem looking after their sheep, and they were trying to stay awake so the wolves wouldn't come and take their sheep. Suddenly, there was so much light in the sky that it hurt their eyes. They were afraid, their hearts were pounding so loudly, but when they heard the singing in the sky, they knew it was angels, and they weren't afraid anymore. They heard the words of the song. It was the angels singing, and they were singing, "Don't be afraid." Angels often say that because it can be scary to have a messenger of God come to you. The angels' words were something like, "Don't be afraid. We bring you good tidings of great joy, peace on earth and goodwill to everyone. A child is born. Hurry, run to Bethlehem. See the child who will change everything." Here is the candle of the shepherds, the candle of joy. Look, there's something different about this candle. It's the colour pink. It's a bit like a rose. This is to remind us of the great joy that the angels sang about. It also helps us to remember that even though it's very serious to get ready to come close to the mystery of Christmas, You can't be serious all the time when you're getting ready. This is the week when it's time for some celebration. Here's the shepherd and his sheep. Let's light this candle. And enjoy its light. Advent week number 4 is when we remember the 3 kings. The Magi, the wise men as they're sometimes called, they came from far in the east. And they were so wise that people thought they were magic. In fact, that's where we get our word magic, from the word they called them in their own language, the Magi. Now, of all the things they knew about, they knew the most about the stars. They knew where each star was supposed to be at each time of the year, so they could tell people when it was time to do certain things. But suddenly, they saw a wild star. It was not on any of their star maps. It went where it wanted to go. It did not stay put. And they decided to follow the wild star to see where it was going and what it wanted to show them. They followed the star all the way to Bethlehem, but they came such a long way that they got there late. They got there long after the baby was born. They're always late, it seems. Every year they are late. Usually they don't arrive until the 6th of January. But we're going to remember them today because they too, like us, were on their way to Bethlehem. Here's the candle of the wise men. Let's enjoy its light. Look, when you come to the mystery of Christmas, everything changes. It becomes the colour of pure celebration. This is when the baby is born, the one we have been waiting for. Here is the Christ child, the mystery of Christmas. This is amazing. But of all the creatures that were there that night, perhaps the most amazed was the old cow. When the old cow came down that morning to get hay from his manger, instead of straw to eat for his breakfast, was the baby king that was born. The manger had become a bed. Got a candle out there. Now wait, something is missing. What could it be? It certainly is. It's the Christ candle. Let's enjoy the light of this candle too. Now watch. I'm going to change the light. You did. Now, I'm going to change the light of the Christ candle. Don't blow it out yet. Look how it's spreading out to fill up the room. It gets thinner and thinner until we can't see it at all. But that doesn't mean that it's gone. It only means that you can't see it. You can still feel the Christmas light. It's filling up this room with the prophets, with the Holy Family, with the shepherds, with the wise men, and with the Christ child. Anywhere you can go, you can come close to them. Just like the light was in one place at one time, like the baby, but now the baby is in all times and everywhere. The mystery of Christmas, the Christ child, lives in us, so we can be close to him anytime. I wonder, which week of Advent do you like the best? That one. Definitely. I wonder where you are on your journey to Bethlehem. That's good. Yeah. I wonder what we can do today to help us get ready. I wonder. Watch as we put the story away. Would you like to put the figures back? Can you do that really carefully? So do you want to do Mary and Joseph? And they go, ooh, lost that bit. Oh, never mind, we'll do that after. So they need to go in the stable with the card of the prophets. The card of the shepherds, of the three kings, and the Christ child card. We have a sheep and a shepherd. They can go on the top, on the table. Very careful, because that one's got a stick as well. Where do you think the baby goes? With Mary and Joseph, yeah. What about the cow? Will that go in the stable too? Yeah, that's perfect. And these can go on the top there. Thank you so much. Perfect. You can. Do you want to roll that up? That's lovely. See, I have missed your help. Fantastic. Will that go in there? Might need to stand up. That's lovely. Thank you so much. We can put that down there, maybe. Thank you. Thank you.
Now it's Christmas. So that was Godly Play, and it's not just for young people. And now we're going to sing a song that we've been calling our children's song, but it's not just for young people, it's for everybody.